Well, everybody, I'd like to say good evening. Tonight we're going to do another thing with the Coleman camp stove here. Got a couple ribeyes, got to get them cooked up. I've had them for a little while and I don't want them to go bad because first off, they're delicious and I'd hate to waste them. And second off, they were $17.05 for those two steaks. So I'm going to use them. Coleman camp stove, little butane canister in there. I don't know how much is left in that. It does last for quite a while. I do have an extra here if I need it. So let's get this critter started. First thing I'm going to do, and that engages the cylinder. It moved it up. You can see this right there. I think you can see, yeah. When I push this down, it kicks it up and it goes through all the magical stuff in there, and now it's ready to go. Now to light this, very simple. Right there. That's high. And I'm going to back it off just about right somewhere in there. So this cooks very, very fast. So I kind of got to be on the ball with that. I'm going to go ahead and get my ribeyes out of the package here. Get them actually in the pan before. Well, no, I might put the pan on just a few minutes before. Actually, no, I'm going to do something else. I have a special seasoning that I like to put in my pan. A little bit like that. Give it a good old swirl around. This is American-made oil. Pretty good for cooking. And now watch. While I set this on here, it's pretty much going to take right off and start sizzling. And you can already see the bubbles. There's already things happening, and there's a bug in there that wishes he wasn't in there. Yeah. Okay, well, we got radio stuff going on, but yeah, you can already see it starting to burn off. And now it's making a liar out of me. But anyway, this is gonna do its thing. It's pretty much good enough. Big old ribeye. Look at that delicious looking thing. In you go. Sorry about the lighting here. Number 2 in there, you delicious critter. Now they're gonna do their thing. Okay, a little trick for working on a surface that is not level. This is actually kind of leaning back that way a little bit since we're in the RV. It's leaning downhill just a little bit that way. I'll let it cook for this direction a little bit, and then I'll just move the handle over to the other side, and you know, that'll take care of all of that. So I'll cut you back on here in just a minute, and I'm going to turn the radio off too. Okay, well, I'm pretty glad that I brought the other canister out because it is all the way up on high. And, yep, let me turn that radio off. Anyway, it's up on high, and that's all I'm getting. So this canister is almost completely spent, so I'm going to shut it off. And this didn't go as fast as it was supposed to, well, because the canister was crapped out, and this will be pretty good way to show you how to do this. Little lever, lift up. Oh wait, yeah, duh. Do that. Now lift the lever up, and the old thing comes out. And it's cold to the touch because of the evacuation going from gas, or from liquid to gas. New guy right here. Cap off. And if you notice, there's a little notch right here. That's where that little tab grabs a hold of stuff. And it's very simple to do, and I'm probably gonna screw it up because it's so very simple. Yep, there we go, screwing it up already. Now, any other time, it's very simple to do. Get your ass in there, there we go. Okay, and as long as the notch is facing up, let your little tab go. Now it's engaged, and it should light. There we go, look at all that flame. Whole bunch of good old burny stuff right there. So, now, we'll try this again here. Let stuff on here, and it should take off pretty quick. That's actually kind of cool that it ran out like that, so you can see how to swap out a canister. And you really don't have to cuss at it as much as I did, but you know, it does help. Okay, we'll check back here in a minute. Okay, so that was literally enough time for me to light a cigarette, and it's already sizzling. That's usually what it does. This thing usually heats up very, very quickly. I'm going to let it sizzle for just a minute. Actually, we can probably do this while we're talking. Gonna let it do its sizzly, stuffy majig there, and Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it over a tad bit there. It's burning off all the beer that I put in there. So, which is what it's supposed to do. You can see it's already changing colors, just like it's supposed to. And it's going to absorb a lot of that beer. Now, the alcohol, of course, will burn off. It's not going to be, like alcohol flavored steaks or anything. The flavor from the beer itself will soak in, but there will be no alcohol left. And I'm going to let this go for probably just, I don't know, maybe a minute. And then I'll turn the heat down and rotate things back and forth, etc. You can see my hand here. Sorry, I'm gesturing like out of camera over here. But anyway, yeah, look, it's going to do its thing. And I'll cut you back on here in a minute. Okay, so it's been about that long. It's the same cigarette. So, however long that is, it's starting to do the sizzle thing real loud, and the heat is still high. Give it a nice flip. You can see the other side is just starting to get a little tarnish on it, like I like to call it. Get a little heat tarnish there. And I don't like my steaks rare or medium rare. I kind of think people just say that because it makes them sound cool. I don't like eating raw meat, so I'm going to turn the heat down a bunch, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit more of my homemade seasoning here. Just a little tiny bit, just to cool it down. Just to cool it down. And yeah, my flame's still pretty high. Turn that down a little bit more. You gotta be very careful when you're adding that kind of flavor in. It raises the salt content. For whatever reason, it brings out the salt flavor. So just a little bit here and there. And I'm kind of going to let it sizzle. Usually I have a lid to put over here to kind of keep the steam down in it so it stays relatively juicy, but it'll be juicy enough. They will. I mean, they'll be what they'll be. And for now, this is how far we're into this. I'll catch you back on in a minute. Well, as you can see, and I'm sure as you can hear, we're just about done. Starting to get that nice crust on there on the hot spot. I did have to turn it down a little bit. Before that, I actually turned it up just a little bit too much. But you know, it's a steak. It's not. This is not a something that would take a lot of concentration. You cook it to how you like it. And at this point, I would usually take a knife and kind of cut down into it. I know, people are going to say that's dumb. But I'm not pulling up any red. I don't like red in the meat, so I like cooked meat. I screwed that one up. Let's try it again. Here. No, I'm not pulling up anything red. So I'm going to say those guys are done. But anyway, that's the Coleman camp stove. Cooking a couple ribeyes there in the RV. Well, the RV sucks, but that Coleman camp stove is pretty freaking cool. And I'm sure these ribeyes are going to be pretty freaking cool too. Go ahead and dish them out now. And I'm thinking my plate is going to be too small. Look there, it worked. Okay. Well, everybody, that's about it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, got a new radio video I'm kind of working on, built a homemade radio thing, and that should be the next video. So if you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe and give me a thumbs up or whatever, or a thumbs down. I don't care, whatever, it's fine. Leave comments, ask questions. I get a lot of private messages about the Coleman camp stove there. So yeah, you got a question, leave a comment, and well, I can try to answer it as best I can. Okay, everybody, well, hope y'all having a good one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.